about it. We were poor as a church mouse. I didn't realize it till I got out and got married and was on my own. I said, man, we were poor.
Right.
But we raised our own meat, and we hunted. Now my dad would take me hunting.
Oh, really?
He'd take me hunting and fishing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't the type to teach me those things. I
Right.
already knew it when I went with him.
Right.
But my grandfather was very patient. If there's any good in me at all, it came from my grandfather.
Oh, right.
But I either saw him or talked to him every single day of my life. I started following him around.
Oh, right.
He would take me to the woods. When I was 7 or 8 years old, I had a little snub-nosed .38 pistol I kept in my pocket. Yeah, and it was loaded too. He let me, and he taught me how to shoot, and he taught me how to shoot. When I got the basic training, after I learned how to put the ammunition in, shoot, I shot them targets, and they couldn't believe how I could shoot. Oh, George, I told George I could shoot, so we went down to the Swanee River, and he went hunting, and I went fishing. This a couple of years ago. And he jumped off about 50 yards. We was getting ready to leave. He said, see if you can get this egg. We had some eggs left. We camped out. He put that egg up there in the tree, and I got a week left on.
Yeah.
And though I couldn't hold the gun up, just doing like that, and I finally got settled in, and I popped it just the right time. Boy, busted that egg. He said, how in the world did you hit that egg the way you was wobbling that thing around? I said, I pulled the trigger at the right time. And he said, see if you can do it again. So he carried one down, what quite as far. So I popped that one too. And but my grandfather taught me how to shoot.
Really?
When I was about 12 years old, 13. I was 13 years old. He had a 20 gauge Ithaca shot pump, and we loaded that thing on my bicycle. I went down to the school, and in a turkey shoot, I won the first prize and got the biggest turkey.
Really?
I'm 13 years old, and I had a basket, and the turkey was so big, it wouldn't fit in the basket. And one of the coaches at school bent my basket out so that turkey would fit in the basket.
Wow.
There, 13 years old. I can show you how to build a pen, trap hogs. And what you do is you build it. Well, we just use trees. We never even use posts. We'd fence it, get some old fence wire, fence it in.
Trees, right.
And then we'd put the gate up, and then we'd put a post down or a limb down at the bottom, and it would flip in, but it wouldn't go out.
Go out, yeah, that's stuck.
Man, when you come down there, there'd be 6 or 7 hogs in it. Pour corn, stuff in it, or watermelons. Watermelon season, we'd get overripe watermelons and crack them. And they're them hogs love watermelons. And we'd get some, and we'd pull the just the medium sized ones out. We'd let the rest of them go. We'd take them home, and we'd feed them 4 or 5 weeks, and we'd take them to the sale. We didn't want them to have any tusk or anything.
Right.
We'd take them to the sale and sell them, and we'd get enough money to buy 2 good hogs. We'd take them home and raise them. We'd do that 2 or 3 times a year. Back to pick up truck. We got home, and my dad stuck his hand out and put it upside of that rattlesnake's head. That snake's head was bigger than his fist.
Wow.
We put it on the back of a pickup truck that had a bumper on it. The head and the tail hung over the back of the pickup truck. That's how long it was. And I bet you could made 2 or 3 hat bands with that thing. But that was one. When we run over it, the truck bumped like we run over a stick in the road. And he said he was a yearling boy. That means and he said just before the turn of the century.
Wow.
And so, and he said, and I lived long enough to see a man on the moon. Yeah. And he used to tell, they lived in Black, Alabama. And his uncle moved from Black, Alabama to Ebro, Florida. You probably know where Ebro is, where the dog track is down there.
Okay,
And that was about 60 miles. And he said they'd go and visit twice a year. Or no, they'd go visit once a year, and his uncle would come back once a year. He said to make that 60-mile trip, if they took the oxen, it would take 3 days. If they took the mule, they could make it in 2 days. 2 days, 60 miles. And he said, and now, and when we were talking, he said, now we can do it in under 2 hours. Now you can drive it in an hour.